How long do you really have left? It's a haunting question, especially after 65, when every year begins to feel more precious. But what if your body's already whispering the answer? Quiet signals that can reveal how much longer you might live. As we age, it's easy to get caught up in checkups and blood work, but science is showing us that some of the strongest indicators of longevity aren't hidden in complex tests. They're right there in how you walk, how you sleep, and how you feel on an ordinary day. In this video, we're going to look at 8 subtle but powerful signs inside your own body that can help you understand just how many good years may still be ahead of you. These aren't guesses or myths. They're grounded in what researchers and doctors have observed in people who live longer, healthier lives. If you've ever wondered whether you're on the right path or whether your body is aging well, you'll want to pay close attention because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and more importantly, what you can do to increase your odds of living not just longer, but better. Stay tuned until the end, because some of these signs may surprise you, and recognizing them now might change the way you live the rest of your life. Now let's get started. Sign 1, your walking speed remains strong and steady. One of the most reliable signs of how long you may live after 65 isn't found in a blood test or a scan. It's found in your steps. Your walking speed, the rhythm and energy behind each stride, speaks volumes about the condition of your heart, your muscles, your bones, and even your brain. When you move through the world at a healthy, consistent pace, it's not just about mobility, it's a reflection of how well your entire system is functioning together. Doctors often say that gait is a window into the aging body, and they're right. A strong, steady walking speed suggests you still have resilience. The slower and more hesitant your walk becomes, the more likely your body is beginning to struggle with the invisible weight of age. Consider Walter, 74, who walks his dog every morning around the block. He doesn't power walk or hustle, but there's a liveliness to his stride. He doesn't pause at each driveway. He doesn't need to catch his breath after a few steps. His gait is relaxed but purposeful. When he walks into a room, you can tell he's fully there. A neighbor once told him, "You don't walk like a man your age." Walter smiled, but he didn't think much of it. What he didn't realize is that his walking pace was a strong predictor of his health and possibly his future. Studies have shown that older adults who walk with speed and consistency tend to live longer, not just because of stronger muscles or better lungs, but because that pace reflects coordination, cardiovascular health, and neural efficiency. And the truth is, walking speed isn't something you fake. You can't mask weakness in your stride or hesitation in your steps. It shows up in how quickly you rise from a chair, how naturally you cross a street, or how confidently you step over a curb. A slowed pace can mean trouble with circulation, muscle loss, or early signs of neurological decline. But the good news is walking speed is one of the most modifiable signs you can improve it. You can strengthen your legs, work on your balance, and build the kind of endurance that adds years, not just to your life, but to the life in your years. So if you're still walking like you always have, if you move through the world with energy and ease, that's not something to overlook. That's your body telling you we're still going strong. And if you've noticed that you're slowing down, don't ignore it. Start small. Use the stairs. Do some gentle leg exercises, because the way you walk today might just be the simplest and most revealing sign of how long you'll keep walking into the future. Sign 2, you can balance on one leg for at least 10 seconds. One of the clearest indicators of how well your body is aging and how long it might keep going is your ability to stay upright on one leg. It may sound like a simple test, something you wouldn't give much thought to, but balance is more than coordination. It's a reflection of your muscle strength, your nervous system, your brain function, and even your inner ear. When all of those systems are communicating clearly, when your body is centered and your mind is focused, you can hold your position with grace. But when something's off, your muscles are weakening, your reflexes are slower, or your brain isn't fully sharp, it shows up fast in your balance. And that instability isn't just a nuisance, it's a warning. Let's think about Arthur, 77, who recently tried the one-leg test during a routine checkup. His doctor simply asked him to stand on one foot, barefoot, arms by his side, and hold it for 10 seconds. Arthur wobbled slightly at first, but managed it without grabbing anything. His doctor smiled and said, "That right. There is one of the strongest predictors of longevity we have." Arthur laughed it off, but later that night, he thought more about it. Over the years, he'd seen friends his age fall. Some had broken hips, some never quite recovered. He hadn't realized how balance connected so directly to survival. But once he saw it, it made perfect sense. Because balance isn't just about standing still. It's about your body's ability to protect itself, to respond, to recover. Losing balance increases your risk of falls, and falls become serious fast after a certain age. But more than that, difficulty with balance often signals other silent shifts. It can mean your legs are losing strength faster than you thought. It can mean early issues with brain processing or slower reaction times. And for many people, it's the first physical change they notice that feels unsettling. But here's the encouraging part. Balance can be trained. It can be rebuilt. Just like strength or endurance, it improves with use. Simple exercises like standing on one foot near a counter, practicing heel to toe, walking or doing gentle yoga can gradually restore stability. Even 30 seconds a day can make a lasting difference. So if you're able to balance on one leg for at least 10 seconds, especially without holding on to anything, that's a powerful sign that your body and brain are still working well together. And if you can't just yet, that's not a reason to panic. It's an invitation to start. Every step you take toward regaining your balance helps extend the steps you'll take in the years to come. Longevity isn't just about moving forward, it's about staying upright. While you do, if you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Sign 3, your grip strength is still firm and reliable. There's a surprising amount of truth in a handshake. Grip strength may seem like a small detail, but it's one of the most accurate indicators of how your body's holding up over time. A firm, steady grip suggests your muscles are still strong, your nervous system is working efficiently, and your cardiovascular health is likely in good shape. On the other hand, a weakening grip can point to broader decline, loss of muscle mass, reduced bone density, and even an increased risk of heart, disease, and cognitive trouble. What's remarkable is that this one simple action, how well you hold on to something, has been linked again and again in studies to how long you're likely to live. Take Henry, 70, who noticed something odd. When opening a jar of pickles one afternoon, it felt harder than usual. Not painful, just weaker. A few weeks later, while playing with his granddaughter, he realized he couldn't hold her up for long. His doctor later tested his grip with a handheld device and confirmed it had dropped noticeably in just 2 years. It was a wake-up call. Henry didn't feel sick. He wasn't limping or coughing or losing weight, but his muscles were quietly fading, and his body was giving him a subtle signal that it needed attention. That's what grip strength does. It doesn't shout, it whispers. You feel it when carrying groceries feels a bit more tiring, when twisting the cap off a bottle becomes awkward, when shaking hands doesn't feel as solid as it used to. These are not just signs of getting older. They're signs of deeper change inside your body. But just like walking speed and balance, grip strength is something you can work on. Squeezing a tennis ball, using light hand weights, doing push-ups against a wall, these all activate and rebuild the same systems that help you hold on. And that matters because this isn't just about hands. It's about how much strength your body is preserving. Your hands are simply the messengers. And when they start to weaken, it's a signal that your body may be losing the ability to recover, to resist disease, and to stay independent. But that doesn't have to be your story. Every time you choose to build strength, even in your fingers, wrists, and forearms, you're making an investment in your future. So if your grip still feels strong, if you can open jars, carry bags, and shake hands with confidence, take a moment to appreciate that it's more than convenience. It's a reflection of how well your internal systems are working together. And if you've noticed a slight decline, take it seriously because sometimes the smallest signs are the ones that tell the biggest truths. And in this case, how well you hold on to something might just be a sign of how long you'll hold on to life itself. Sign 4. You wake up feeling rested most days. One of the clearest indicators that your body is aging well and may continue to for years to come is how you feel when you open your eyes in the morning. Sleep isn't just about getting through the night. It's when your body repairs tissue, restores your immune system, balances your hormones, and clears toxins from your brain. If you're waking up most mornings feeling refreshed, not groggy or drained, that's a powerful sign your systems are still working in harmony. And that matters because disrupted or poor quality sleep has been linked to a higher risk of everything from heart disease and stroke to memory loss and weakened immunity. Think about someone like Frank, 68, who for decades was used to surviving on 5 hours of sleep. After retiring, he started going to bed a little earlier, cutting back on caffeine in the evening, and stepping outside first thing in the morning to get natural sunlight. Within a few months, he began waking up with more energy. He didn't need an alarm clock anymore. His mood improved, his blood pressure dropped slightly, and the joint stiffness he used to feel every morning started to ease. His sleep had changed his health, not overnight, but over time, and that change added something invaluable: vitality. Sleep is a window into how your body is doing. If you wake up multiple times a night, struggle to fall asleep, or feel tired even after being in bed for 7 or 8 hours, your body may be trying to tell you something. It could be stress, it could be undiagnosed apnea, it could be a side effect of medication or a sign of something deeper. And while it's tempting to shrug off sleep issues as part of getting older, that assumption can be costly. Because the longer poor sleep goes unaddressed, the more it chips away at your ability to think clearly, move easily, and protect yourself from illness. But the good news is, just like the other signs we've discussed, sleep can be improved even in your 70s or 80s. Creating a consistent bedtime routine, reducing screen time in the evening, limiting alcohol and heavy meals before bed, and getting exposure to morning light. These small changes can help reset your body's rhythm. And when your rhythm improves, so does the quality of your rest. And when rest improves, everything else, your heart, your brain, your energy, your outlook gets better too. So if you're someone who wakes up feeling truly rested most days, don't take it for granted. That's a rare and meaningful gift. It suggests your body is still running efficiently behind the scenes. And if you're not quite there yet, it doesn't mean you're aging poorly. It means there's an opportunity. Because improving your sleep isn't just about comfort, it's about longevity. And sometimes how well you sleep tonight might just shape how strong you feel 10 years from now. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Sign 5, you still enjoy regular meals with a steady appetite. Your appetite, especially after 65, can tell you far more about your health than you might expect. When you regularly feel hungry at mealtimes, enjoy the taste of food, and maintain a steady body weight, that's a good sign that your internal systems, from digestion to hormones to emotional regulation, are all functioning well. On the other hand, a fading appetite, especially when paired with unintentional weight loss or indifference toward food, can quietly signal deeper issues. Your appetite isn't just about nutrition, it's a window into vitality. Let's take someone like Charles, 73, who still looks forward to his breakfast routine every morning. He brews his coffee, slices fresh fruit, and enjoys oatmeal with a sprinkle of cinnamon. It's nothing fancy, but it's consistent, and more importantly, it feels satisfying. His doctor once told him, as long as you still enjoy eating and you're keeping your strength, your body's telling you it's doing its job. Charles didn't think of his appetite as anything special. He just liked his meals. But over time, he began to see it for what it was, a quiet signal that his systems were still in balance. Loss of appetite is common in older adults, but it shouldn't be dismissed as normal. Sometimes it points to medication side effects, low mood, digestive changes, or even early stages of illness. When we stop wanting to eat, our muscles start breaking down faster. Our immune system weakens, our energy drops, and over time, we lose not only strength, but independence. That's why paying attention to how much you eat and how much you want to eat matters more than most people realize. It's not just about calories, it's about connection to life itself. But appetite, like so many other signs of health, can be nurtured. Staying physically active, even with something as simple as walking, can help restore natural hunger cues. Eating meals with others can rekindle joy at the table. Adding herbs, spices, or new textures can bring food back to life. Sometimes even treating dry mouth or improving denture fit can make all the difference. The key is to not let a declining appetite go unchecked. So if you find yourself looking forward to meals, enjoying flavors, and eating without effort or force, that's not something to overlook. It's your body's way of saying, I still have fuel to burn. And if your appetite has started to wane, listen closely, because regaining it might not only improve your day-to-day energy, it might add healthy years to your life. In the end, the desire to nourish yourself is one of the oldest signs of well-being. And when that spark is still there, it's often a sign that so much more is still possible. Sign 6, you manage stress with calm and control. The way you deal with stress in your later years can quietly speak volumes about how long and how well you might live. Chronic stress, when left unchecked, doesn't just affect your mood, it wears down your body over time. It raises blood pressure, weakens your immune system, disrupts sleep, and speeds up aging in both your brain and body. But if you've noticed that you now handle challenges more calmly, speak more gently, and react with less emotional intensity than you used to, that's not just maturity. It's a subtle sign of strength and resilience that supports longevity. Consider Gerald, 76. For most of his life, he was quick to react. Whether it was a financial setback, an argument, or simply someone cutting him off in traffic, his stress responses were intense and immediate. But recently, something's changed. When a pipe burst in his kitchen, instead of getting angry, he paused, took a breath, and calmly made a phone call. Not worth the heartburn, he said with a laugh. That shift wasn't just a change in personality. It reflected a deepened resilience, one of the most powerful indicators of long-term well-being. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding stress altogether. It means knowing how to bounce back from it. A well-regulated nervous system is a major health advantage. When you can calm yourself after a stressful moment, your heart rate stays stable, your digestion stays healthy, your sleep improves, and your thinking becomes clearer. This ability to return to calm is vital for keeping inflammation down and protecting your internal systems. Every time you respond to stress with balance instead of panic, you're giving your body a gift. It's like hitting a reset button on aging. You're signaling that your internal world can stay steady no matter what's happening externally. And over time, that steadiness helps protect you from stress-related conditions like heart disease, memory decline, and chronic fatigue. Of course, stress is part of life. No one escapes it. But the goal isn't to eliminate stress. It's to strengthen your ability to navigate it. Whether you take a few deep breaths, spend quiet time outdoors, pray, or talk with a trusted friend, these small daily habits help regulate your emotions and bring you back to balance. So if you found that you're not as quick to anger, that you pause before reacting, or that you face setbacks with more grace than before, take that as a powerful sign. You've developed an inner calm that supports not only your peace of mind, but your long-term health. Longevity isn't about avoiding every storm. It's about learning to stand in the middle of them without falling apart. That kind of emotional steadiness isn't just comforting, it's life-extending. Sign 7. You stay mentally sharp and alert. Your brain, just like your body, sends subtle signals about how well it's aging. And then one of the most telling is how mentally clear you remain. If you still remember names easily, follow conversations without effort, and stay organized with daily tasks. These are powerful signs of lasting brain health. Mental sharpness is often taken for granted until it begins to slip. But if it stays strong, especially well into your 60s and beyond, it often reflects solid overall health beneath the surface. Take Linda, 72. She manages her family's finances, leads her local book club, and remembers every grandchild's birthday without writing them down. Her friends admire her memory, but she knows it's not just luck. She reads daily, starts her mornings with crossword puzzles, and makes it a goal to learn something new each week. Her habits aren't about staying busy, they're about keeping her mind active and engaged. What Linda might not fully realize is that her routine is doing more than keeping her sharp. It's likely extending her life. Cognitive function is a powerful predictor of longevity because your brain doesn't just manage thoughts. It plays a key role in regulating sleep, mood, movement, and even the health of your organs. When your thinking becomes foggy or memory starts slipping, it's more than just annoying. It's your brain asking for support. Early signs of cognitive decline, such as forgetting recent events or struggling to find the right words, are worth noticing. The earlier you respond, the better chance you have of protecting your mental clarity. The good news is your brain can grow stronger at any age. Reading complex material, engaging in conversation, learning new skills, walking outside, and eating brain-friendly foods all help your mind stay sharp. If you feel mentally clear most days, that's not just a small win, it's a sign of deep internal strength. And if you've noticed some changes, take it as a call to care more intentionally. Because the stronger your mind, the more joy and meaning you can experience for years to come. Sign 8, you stay socially connected. One of the most powerful, yet often overlooked signals of longevity is how connected you remain to others. Not just physically surrounded by people, but genuinely seen, heard, and valued in your relationships. Humans aren't meant to age in isolation. When we lose meaningful connection, our health declines faster than we think. But when we stay socially engaged, even in small, quiet ways, it deeply benefits the body and mind. Think about Evelyn, 79. She talks to her sister every Sunday, attends a weekly knitting circle, and enjoys brief conversations with neighbors while walking her dog. Her life isn't filled with parties or constant activity, but she's not alone, and that makes all the difference. Her doctor once told her that her social life is as beneficial for her heart as regular exercise. She didn't believe it at first, but over time, she realized how refreshed she felt after a shared laugh or lunch with a friend. Social connection reduces stress, lowers inflammation, and protects against cognitive decline and depression. It's been shown to be as essential as avoiding smoking or obesity. Yet connection doesn't show up in a blood test. It shows up in your spirit. It reveals itself in how calm you feel after a meaningful chat or how energized you are from time spent with someone who understands you. If you've noticed yourself withdrawing, dodging calls, avoiding gatherings, or telling yourself it's easier to be alone, don't ignore it. Solitude can be healing, but prolonged disconnection can quietly shorten your life. The solution doesn't need to be dramatic. Call a friend, join a club, send a letter, or simply make eye contact and smile at someone while out and about. When you reach out, the world often reaches back. Strong social ties are more than just comfort. They're a signal that you're not only living longer, but living better. So if you still check in on others and they do the same for you, cherish it. It's one of the clearest signs of a vibrant, meaningful life.